Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, and it's always a pleasure to be joined by Azamat Bekoev, who returns to action next Saturday night, facing Ryan Loder in UFC Des Moines. Azamat, always a pleasure. How are your emotions ahead of your next fight?
Brother, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to talk with you too.
It must be nice to have a full camp for this fight because I know the last fight was short notice. I imagine you're happy preparing for this one.
Brother, actually, uh, I'm always ready. I always training and everybody talking about my last short notes, but I was training as always. I'm training 8 years every day. How can't I be not ready? Of course, now I had more time for preparing some special stuff for my opponent, and yeah, we're gonna see. I have surprises for him.
What are the
Maybe.
surprises? Tell me one or two of the surprises.
Actually, I think it's going to be not surprise, but I just improving my striking. Everybody know it. Working with high level coach Artem Levin. He is one of the best strikers in the last two decades. Decades, I don't know how to say 10
No,
years
that's
in
right. That's
English.
right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. And we are getting ready. Almost ready. Almost. I'll be ready in the May 3rd night. 100%.
Have you done your whole camp in Florida for this fight?
Yeah, every time my last 5 fights, I moved to Florida and preparing here in American top team. There is a lot of coaches, and I used to eat with them. I love this camp, and yeah, I will be ready preparing right here every time, hopefully. Yeah.
How much do you think making the move to American top team has improved your skills?
Here is in American top team, every coach is very high level. You can choose any type of striking, like Thai box, boxing, kickboxing, uh, any type and any coach. Wrestling, Steve Mako, King Molaval, grappling, Sparumpa. Sparring partners also very high
Mm.
level, a lot of middleweights, and I improved a lot, and it's uh, impact on my confidence too, you know.
Mm.
And when since I moved to Florida, I won all my all my fights 5-0 now.
5-0.
Yeah, and I'm still get improved, still getting improved my skills.
Um, Ryan Loder is your next opponent. Talk me through what you're expecting in this fight.
I expecting he gonna do as usually he's doing because he's 7-1. Uh, I have much experience and he knows that I have good striking because everybody see how I can punch,
Mm. Yeah.
strike, hit, and he gonna start showing a little bit that he's ready for striking, but his instincts will going to go to the wrestling, but I'm also good in the wrestling. I'm not wrestler, I'm not striker, I'm MMA fighter, and that's not MMA, not wrestling. He's saying that he's good wrestler, but that's not wrestling competition, and I'm gonna show him that MMA is different
Mm.
sport in the world, and every wrestler all the time thinking that MMA is easy, and I'm gonna prove them that's not true. Yeah.
Do you prefer fighting guys who are primarily strikers or guys who are primarily wrestlers?
Actually, I don't care, but sometimes I like fight with wrestlers because they cannot wrestle with me
Mm.
because they know I also have good wrestling and I can knock them out. They don't have good striking, like high level kickboxers like Artem Levin, and I
Mm,
don't need to wrestle with them. And it's going to be like I like to show highlight fights, you know.
mm.
That's why
Let's
I like.
let's play a game. Let's say from a scale of 1 to 10, one being terrible and 10 being excellent. Where would you say your striking is out of 10?
I think my striking, I do it a long time, 8 years. I think my striking for MMA, for
Mm.
MMA, it's 8, 9. Yeah, I think so. For MMA,
And where would you say your wrestling is out of 10?
same, same.
So you think your striking and your wrestling are exactly the same level? There's not one that's better than the other?
Yes, because when I fight, I choosing what I gonna do, wrestle or strike.
Mm.
My opponents never choose it, all
Yeah.
the time. I doing what I want. Yeah.
Can I ask you, what are the as a Russian or a Soviet fighter or a Eastern European fighter, excuse me, what are the differences between Eastern European wrestling and American wrestling?
Eastern European wrestling. Actually, I don't know what is the different European wrestling, but there is like in Russia two type of wrestling, like Ossetia and Dagestan.
Mm,
It's like Real Madrid and Barcelona in the soccer game.
yes.
We have a lot of Olympic champions, like maybe like same, maybe more than Dagestan in wrestling, and I think our wrestling it's more like technical.
Mm,
But this is freestyle wrestling. In USA, there is like a folk style. Folk style is better for MMA because they can wrestle in the like bottom. Usually, freestyle wrestlers they take down and like go away.
mm.
But it's not so good for MMA. But USA wrestlers they are really strong and they have good conditioning too. Yeah, but I used to wrestle with them and I know already everything.
Who is considered the greatest Russian wrestler of all time? Is there one particular name?
Freestyle wrestling or MMA?
Freestyle.
Freestyle. For me, it's Zaurbek, Sidakov, Ramonov. They are my friends. Ramonov, yeah, a little bit my relative. Like
Mm,
they are both Olympic champions, and I'm gonna say their names.
100%. Um,
Yeah.
you obviously called out Jack Hermanson after your big win against Zach Reese. Who do
Yeah.
you feel like is next after a win next Saturday against Ryan Loder?
Actually, I need to win Ryan Loder, and
Of
we're gonna
course.
talk about that. But I don't care who. Hermanson is too old. I think I would
Mm.
knock him out easily. I think Ryan Loder is better than Hermanson right now. Yeah, and we're gonna figure it out now. I have to prove that I'm like really good for UFC. Show them who I am.
Um, there is a lot of rumors about the title fight in your division between Dricus and Khamzat. If that fight does happen, which it's sounding like it could be next or it should be next, who do you give the edge to in that fight?
Who gonna win? You
Yeah,
mean?
who's going to win that fight in your mind?
I think Duplessis, if he really don't have like injuries, I think he's very dangerous. I've heard that he's very big and he's a champion. Everybody that never believed that he gonna win, but
Mm.
he always winning. Khamzat, we saw his fight with a Brazilian guy. What was his name?
Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
And it was very close fight.
Yes.
But Duplessis is a different, like shark,
Mm.
bigger. And I think it's 50-50. Khamzat also good. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, for me, it's like 50-50%.
A lot of people have a lot of opinions about the champion, Dricus du Plessis. I like to ask people in the middleweight division what they think of him because some guys say, I think he's brilliant. I think he does a lot of things a little bit differently, but he's very effective. Some guys can't quite see it. What do you think about the champion, Dricus du Plessis?
I think he doing as much as he need to get win. You know,
Mm,
I think he can do more, but we didn't see it
mm,
yet. I think he is good because he's a champion. To be a champion, it's you cannot to dispute it. You know, he
mm.
became a champion.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think I would beat him. Yeah, because I was also champion LFA. I had like 2 5 rounds matchups. I have done them like in the big good conditioning. I felt good, and I think I can do it again and beat him.
Do you feel like you would beat everybody in the middleweight division right now, or do you still feel like you still need to improve?
No, I think I have like everything for win everybody. Yeah,
Mm.
just need to be like ready for fight. That's it. Yeah.
So the key for you is being active, for getting as many fights as you can to climb these rankings.
Yeah, to be like healthy, and I'm gonna beat everyone. Nobody going to stop me. I'm confident of them.
I feel like I know what you're going to say, but who do you think is the toughest fight in the middleweight division for you?
Uh, bro, everybody is same for me. I think it's same everybody. At that level, I think everyone is like close.
Mm.
Yeah, there is like only like somebody can be like smart, not smarter than me, but they're the level like in this type everybody have like same skills but different fight like
Mm.
John Jones winning his fights because he's like intelligent in the fight, you know. That's most important. Actually, I don't care. I just care about my next opponent.
I love the confidence. I love the confidence. When did you start learning English? Because your English is brilliant, and even since the last time we spoke has gotten a lot better. You haven't had to ask me to repeat myself throughout this interview, so it feels like you've improved in the last 6 months. But when did you start to learn English?
Thank you so much for that. I started learn English about 3 years ago. It's long time I think for speak English, and in ATT, everybody speak English.
Mm,
I have a lot of people around like who speak English, and I like to learning and I like the language.
mm.
You know, yesterday I was at the movie theater. Uh, it's easy for me. I don't know, but there is people who like living here 15, 10 years and they even don't speak English. I
Mm.
don't know. It depends about which. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. God's helping me, and you are around too. Yeah.
Um, before we turn the conversation back to your fight, I want to get your thoughts on probably the biggest fight that is currently rumored in the sport right now, which is Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. If that
Mm.
fight happens, how much of a chance do you give Ilia to defeat Islam?
Actually, I don't know how tall is Ilia, but for me, Makhachev is much technical. He's not like small guy like he was fighting with other guys like uh, Volkanovski or other, and Makhachev will going to beat him easy.
You think so?
Yeah, in the striking game, I think yeah, he have Topuria will going to have only lucky punch. That's it.
Well, let's turn the conversation back to you and this fight. Talk me through as you visualize next Saturday. What does the perfect day look like for you?
I knock him out, stop his wrestling, and knock him out. It's my like best visual.
That simple?
Simple, yeah. I wanna simple fight, you
Mm,
know. Before, when I was younger, I wanted to go to the war, to be like with cuts, like
Mm.
blood, everything. Now I'm like have more experience and I wanna finish my fight as soon as possible in the fight, get no damage and go home with like victory.
That's a sign of getting older. You've become smarter as you've got older.
Yeah.
Azamat, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great and safe rest of camp, and best of luck for the next fight.
Thank you so much and thank you for very good questions.